Uh, Greetings and welcome to Astro Times today. It has been 6 months since I started this channel, and I have analyzed so many horoscopes, and I want to share my some of experiences with you. While analyzing charts, I found that many of them are passing through their Rahu Mahadasa. So this Rahu Mahadasa is a bit obscure one. People will not generally understand how to analyze this Rahu Mahadasa. So I have specially focused on this Rahu Mahadasa, and I want to share my experiences with you how this Rahu Mahadasa operates. Say, for example, we can say it's a Jupiter Mahadasa. There are some standard dictums how Jupiter Mahadasa works. But the same is not the case with this Rahu Mahadasa and Ketu Mahadasa. So let me share my experiences with you how this Rahu Mahadasa works. So I think all of you are able to see the screen now. I want to, these are my experiences only. If you want, you can have your own understanding and come to your own conclusions. Please don't take my analysis as the final one. So this presentation sheds a light on Rahu Mahadasa, dispelling common misconceptions about its astrological importance. We aim to clarify its significance and provide accurate insights, helping you to understand Rahu's influence during this crucial period. By addressing these misconceptions, we hope to foster a more informed and nuanced perspective on Rahu Mahadasa within the context of Vedic astrology. Rahu, in astrological terms, is often characterized by a complex combination of traits. It is associated with keen intellect, tendency towards self-interest, fault finder, inclined to take risks, possessing partial or incomplete knowledge, being resistant to deception, exhibiting adaptability or metamorphosis, an inclination towards seeking revenge, and in extreme cases, a potential for engaging in harmful or destructive behavior akin to traits associated with a serial killer. It is essential to note that these attributes are symbolic interpretations within the realm of astrology and should not be taken as definitive or literal description of an individual's personality. So these are the qualities of Rahu. Now I will explain you what I have written here. Rahu is a blend of various qualities. He is a person of keen intellect. Actually, Rahu is a very intelligent person. He has a lot of presence of mind. If you see this Sagar Manthan story, Rahu somehow noticed that what something is going on, something fishy. This Mohini, Vishnu came in the shape of Mohini avatar and started distributing all the nectar, Amrita, to only Devatas. So there only Rahu applied his brain. He's the only person who applied his brain there, who has his presence of mind, and suddenly he changed his get-up without any second thought. And moved to the Devata's row. So no other demon who was present there noticed this, but Rahu only noticed it. He is the only person who came out of Vishnu Maya. No other person so far, including any of the devatas, came out of this Vishnu Maya. If you dwell into Indian mythology, you can see Rahu is the only person who came out of this Vishnu Maya. So we cannot say this Rahu is an evil person. He is a very intelligent person. So self-interest. So he is a selfish person. See, upon noticing about this Vishnu's mischief, he could have informed other demons that something is going on, something wrong is going on, and he could have stopped that Mohini from distributing nectar to only to devatas. He did not do that. He thought about only himself. Next is fault finder. Fault finder. See, whoever is undergoing this Rahu Mahadasa, frequently they keep on finding faults with others. That is one of the characteristics of this Rahu Mahadasa. Inclined to take risks. Whoever is undergoing this Rahu Mahadasa, they take risk. See, what Rahu did in that Sagar Manthan story, he took a risk. Possessing a partial or incomplete knowledge, whoever is under Rahu Dasa, maybe they are all, say, a thick layer of Maya covers them. So they cannot understand what is fact and what is wrong. So they will have only a piece of information. Other piece they will not have. And they keep on investigating. Rahu is a good researcher. So they keep on investigating for the other half. Maybe they may end, sometimes they may succeed and they may failure, but Rahu is a very good researcher. That is what I mean to say about all those persons who are undergoing this Rahu Mahadasa. Being resistant to deception, exhibiting adaptability or metamorphosis, an inclination towards seeking revenge. That is what this Rahu does, right? This sun and moon identified him. That this fellow is actually Rahu and gave a hint to Krishna. So immediately Krishna beheaded with him with his wheel. So he wants to take every year. Every time he wants to take revenge on the sun and moon. So that is how these eclipses are formed. That's what we think. Mythological story that we already know about it. And if you see the horoscopes of any serial killer, they will have this Rahu's influence more. Maybe they are passing through the Rahu Dasa, or may not be passing through Rahu Dasa. You can Rahu's influence more. So whatever I said, you should not approach in verbatim to every horoscope. Whoever is passing through this Rahu Mahadasa, it needs a lot of presence of mind. That too, this Rahu Mahadasa we cannot understand very easily. Okay. Next, let me read the next this thing. In the realm of Vedic astrology, Rahu is recognized for instilling individuals with an intense proclivity for innovative pursuits characterized by fervent desire to embark on unconventional paths and seek alternative approaches. So whoever is passing through this Rahu Mahadasa, they do things in a different way. They think that this entire world is going in a wrong way. We are only going in a correct way. So they go to any level. They go to any extreme level and implement their thoughts. They take any route to materialize their whatever is going on in their mind. They try to materialize it by doing anything. This influence is often accompanied by an inclination towards adopting shortcuts or novel methodologies. People always who are undergoing this Rahu Mahadasa, they don't like taking this long routes. They go only by shortcuts. Rahu's presence in an astrological context is believed to stimulate a heightened aspiration for originality, encouraging individuals to explore uncharted territories and pursue distinct methods in their endeavors. They always adopt, they always find new ways to do something the same thing. They will never do the things in the way what the rest of the world is doing. They do in a different way. Say, for example, Rahu is driving a car on the road. Generally, we see if we upon seeing a red light, we stop, and green light we move. But this Rahu, he moves when when he sees a red light, and he stops when he sees a green light. That is the whole problem with this Rahu Mahadasa. They do things in a different way. So he takes risk. So generally, accident will happen if you move when there is red light. If you move, the accident might happen. So he's a risk taker. He's ready to take risks. Rahu often compels us to initiate new ventures, instilling a sense of conviction that we are on the right track and close to achieving our goals. However, depending on its placement in the natal chart, Rahu can also cast an illusion, that is Maya, over the corresponding bhava, potentially distorting our perception and leading us an astray. Vedic astrology paints a fascinating picture of Rahu Mahadasa. Here, Rahu intertwined with Maya, the wheel of illusion casts a shadow over reality. It's a time of navigating confusion, questioning perceptions, and facing challenges in discerning true meaning. But fear not. For this journey eventually leads to Jupiter Mahadasa, a transformative phase akin to meeting a wise guru. Jupiter, like a guiding light, dispels the illusions nurtured by Rahu, leading you towards a deeper understanding of life true purpose. It's a stage of shedding layers of confusion, transcending Maya's grasp, and embracing the wisdom that lies beyond. So obviously, after 18 years of Rahu Dasa, it is followed by Jupiter Mahadasa. This Rahu is Maya, whereas Jupiter is wisdom. So what happens by the end of this Rahu Mahadasa? As long as this Rahu Mahadasa is going on, people will not recognize that they are under the thick layers of this Maya. They think that they are the wise persons and they are doing the things in a better way and they are thinking in a better way. That is what this Rahu Mahadasa persons think. That is the whole problem with this Rahu Mahadasa person. That is what I noticed since last my 6 months of experiences. But at one point of time, this Maya has to end, right? That is what that is what going to happen in the Jupiter Mahadasa. Jupiter is Guru. He enters into our life in any form and dispels the Maya. Now, let us go to the next this thing. Rahu's influence can be characterized by its vitality, marked by both sudden spikes in success and unexpected downturns. While achievements attained during Rahu Mahadasa may possess an element of illusion, their true nature becomes clearer only in the retrospect. It is often said that Rahu operates on a different time scale and than the other planets as if a century ahead, constantly pushing boundaries and experimenting with uncharted territory. His relentless drive for innovation and can lead to breakthroughs, but also carries the risk of venturing into untrodden paths. So, what I mean to say, Rahu is a much advanced planet. We can say 100 years ahead of us. This I will tell you in a simple example. So all of us are using these mobiles, right? So suddenly one night we slept and we woke up on the next morning. Suddenly we went back to 1940s. In 1940, these mobiles were not there. But every day morning we are habited to check these mobiles. But in 1940 there was no internet. Obviously, our WhatsApp will not function. We start calling our friends. Obviously, their numbers will not work. So people around him will think about this person who is undergoing this Rahu Mahadasha that he's a mad person. Obviously, there is a what this person is saying is not wrong. Every day he's using his mobile. Every day he's sending messages to his friends. That is what part of his life. So everybody will look at this person like a mad person. But mobiles are not wrong, right? We are using them every day. That is why he is 100 years ahead. That is what I said. That is how you have to understand this sentence. Rahu keeps us under this Maya. So that is why there is a very famous saying, whatever comes in Rahu Mahadasa will dispel after this Rahu Mahadasa. So Rahu is a good researcher. In whatever bhava he sits in our natal chart, he has to sit in everybody's natal chart. He has to sit in one house, right? So I will give you a brief list. If he sits in what bhava, person starts researching on what what aspect of life. So if he sits in first, he researches on self. So meditation and all. Second house, he experiments on wealth related matters. He starts investing money in mutual funds, he puts money in fixed deposits, if invests in share market, he keeps on investing, chit funds. Third, strength, object, weakness, and threat analysis. He keeps on doing this. If he sits in fourth house, he keeps on experimenting about comforts of life. Fifth house, he keeps on researching about education and creativity. So this person may think that the entire world is teaching in a wrong way. I will teach in my teachings are correct. You can see so many fake gurus with Rahu in fifth house. So they always propagate themselves in such a way that whatever they are teaching is correct and the entire world is wrong. Sixth house, Rahu, the person keeps on always engaged in satisfaction in doing service. Seventh house, business and relations. Eighth house, he finds different ways to commit suicide. Ninth house, religious matters. So basically, who converted the religion, we often find Rahu in ninth house. 10th house, as usual, profession. 11th house, social service. And 12th house, this person, whose natal chart, Rahu is posted in 11th or 12th house, he keeps on experimenting about how to spend money. 10th, 12th house is also house of expenditure, right? So that is why wherever Rahu is posted, this fellow keeps on experimenting how different ways to spend money. So finally, I want to end this presentation. If Rahu has a slogan, what it would have been. So this is what? Embracing paradox and embracing change. This is what I have seen in the charts, whoever is undergoing this Rahu Mahadasha. I hope you like this presentation. Thank you for watching the video.